Radical mentoring is going to be your ministry. You are the head of this ministry. You'll be recruiting your own mentees. You'll schedule your calendar. You'll be picking your topics. You'll be following through. This is totally you. Some of you will recruit these mentees from your own local church. Some will recruit them from multiple churches. It depends on you and your demographic, where you live, and the people that you know. What we found is that the local church staff, and particularly the senior pastor, is going to be a great supporter of you in your ministry. He will be more than willing to give you the names, introduce you to young men that he thinks have the potential to be next generation leaders in the church. So call on him. Tell him what you're doing. Tell him about the books that you're going to read, the scriptures you're going to memorize. Get him on your team. He's not going to be resistant at all, because this is you. This is you, a layman, a lay leader, stepping up to make disciples who will become disciple makers. So call on him to help you identify people for your group. Call on him to help you recruit people. We just had a senior pastor of a large church not too far from here send out an email to about 30 people and say, hey, this group is starting up. I think you'd be perfect for it. You might consider applying. And about 20 of the people that he contacted applied for the group. So these guys, they know the young up-and-coming leaders. They have access to them. And a lot of those guys will turn their head and pay attention when they get invited by the senior pastor to apply for your group, because the pastor knows you, and they probably have heard of you within the context of your own church. If you're a lay leader, the primary way that your church is going to help you and support you as you start this ministry that you will head up is by identifying and helping you recruit mentees for your group. If you're a pastor on the church staff or a senior pastor, you already know who these people are. Or your staff guys, our key lay leaders, will know who these young, up-and-coming, next-generation leaders are. You want to get these people connected to these mentors, applying for their groups, committed to their groups, because over time, this will become the energy. This will be the heartbeat of your church 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, as they grow older, wiser, more resourced, more influential in the community that you serve. These are truly the key building blocks for your church for the future. Don't expect too much from your church otherwise. This is not a church program. This is your ministry. I wouldn't attempt to have the meetings at your church. Have your meetings in your home. Your guys will connect better with you. They'll see your life from the inside out. It's up to you in your local context, but primarily recruiting and support of you and finding your mentees, and then your mentees ultimately finding other mentees for your next group and ultimately for their own groups. That's how your local church will be a part of your radical mentoring ministry.